Hey Dee Dee, how you doing? Ashley, Rue, how you doing? She says, stay home. Rhonda Hayes, Cynthia Green, Snuggles is in the building. How you guys doing? Make sure you hit the thumbs up. We're going to talk about the two missing boys that is missing in um, California City. You guys, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to let some people come on in here. We just coming on. I needed to get some things downloaded. As you guys can see, the numbers are not in there yet, but they'll come on in. I let it you guys know yesterday we were going to come back on today because I got another day. And um, been trying to reach out to the mother for a little bit and getting a little bit. Let me see who's all in here. Snuggles, Hot Cocoa, Cherie, KK, Alex. How you doing? Ruby Turner, T-Star, Margie, Dorothy Pruitt, Bonita Bird. She said, what's the word? Bonita Bird. April Gray, Linda Green, Tori, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Sharon Simpson. I know I'll have to get with you. I've seen you've called. I will get with you really soon, right after the New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too. Karma Coated Diamonds. Sharon, how's it going? Sharon. Purple and Gold. Sean T. Williams, how are you? Girl, we've been trying to figure out what's going on down there. Curl Small with those boys that's missing in California City. We're gonna talk about it. You know what? I'm gonna share something with you guys. People don't realize this, but we are a group of it's not only women, we've got men in our group, but I mean it's only but like for every thousand we might have one man. And that's okay. Because we've got probably about 20 to 30 men that come in here from time to time. So, I would like to branch out and get a lot of men too, but I mean, we're a lot of mad mamas over here. And I want to share with you. Good evening, Lisa Taylor and Miss Nisi. How you doing? April Sculberry. How you doing? Rhonda, Lily, Sarvar 666. How are you? Okay, you want that 666. Okay, I got you. Uh-huh. How are you doing? Ruby Davis, Christine, Tori, Katrina in here. Katrina Hickman, how you doing? Zena Dominique is in the building. PJ just keeping it real is in the building. How you doing? Tricia, how you doing? We're gonna talk a little bit, you guys. Um, I know we just got family up in here, and so we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a little bit. I want to share. There was some things that was going on, and I don't see. Let me see. I don't know if any of the mods knew we were coming on because I told everybody yesterday that don't mean nothing. That just mean you said something. People don't listen. They don't listen. Then they say, I didn't know you was on. I didn't get notification. What you mean you didn't get notification? What do you mean? Hot Coco's in the building. Deborah J is in the building. Yip yip. How you guys doing? I know this is New Year's Eve, but we still gonna have to make sure that these two boys that's in California City gets coverage. And if the news won't do it, we'll do it over here, and we're gonna scream because we know the squeaky wheel gets oil, and so therefore we're gonna talk about it every time that we can come on. We can talk about it, and we're gonna find out why they ain't um, brought these boys home. There's Freddie. Freddie's in the building. Why they ain't brought these boys home, and what's being done. I want to share with you guys what's going on. I'm still way behind in trying to figure out all the things. Um, well, we know what's going on, but all the things to put them together for you guys. T Star says I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking, Miss Niecy. T Star, how you doing? She made sure Tasha Washington is in the building. So I know that this is family. Yesterday, you guys, I knew I invited a lot of people and they came on in through. They wanted to talk about the situation. They don't know what we do over here. We talk about it. I don't just tell you guys what I think about it. I'm not going to do that. Because I know that you guys don't think like I think. You haven't been through what I've been through. But we talk, and that's a good thing. I don't know if you guys know this or feel this way, but we're coming into a new year, just like Christmas. These babies not at home, and there's a lot of people angry, they're mad, they're disappointed in the system. And we're going to talk about the system a little bit. We're going to talk about where are the boys? Where are the boys? This is what this topic is about today. So we're going to talk about it. What did the parents say as far as was the boys ever there in the new place? Yes, they were, Lily. They were in the new place at one particular time. Yeah. The story is just weird. Yeah. So trust and believe we're gonna get lit for a minute. But just like this is the New Year's and everybody want to celebrate, I do too. I got some things I gotta do, cook, go check, always come in the New Year's with some money. Make sure you eat your black eyed peas, get you some greens for your money, your black eyed peas for your health and your wealth or whatever. Do it like that. Do it with family. Say hi to people you ain't seen and things. She says we learn a lot from talking with other people. Yes, we do, and that's why I be inviting them. I invited the mother. I invited the sister. I invited the auntie. I invited the other foster parent. I invited the nurse that used to be the baby's nurse. I done found them. I done invited them all. I was inviting them yesterday. I was inviting them 2 days ago. To tell you, mine's cooking as you speak. Mine's ain't. But anyway, I want to share because the mom has put up some new videos of the babies and things and pictures. So I want to share that with you. Plus, I want to share with you what the new news is talking about. Okay. First of all, let's give a shout out to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, you guys. She sponsors this channel and we sponsor her. So we're going to support our sister and we're going to give her a shout out. We know that it is the New Year's. Make sure you guys check her out. Visit her links. The link is www.tracy.com/closet/Nora915. If you see the link in the chat and you want to get on over there, check her out. If you don't want to leave the chat, it's going to be in the description down below. Give me time. If you don't see it in this one, go to the last one. You'll see it. We're going to put it in there. Sometimes I forget and I have to put it in there down the road, but I do put it in there in every last one of them. So let's check her out. Here we go.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. And this is the grand opening. It is open to the public. And we're going to take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection. Handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heels, sandals, flats, and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
Okay, I was checking out something Tori just said. Tori said the adopted parents lied and said that their other children was on vacation. The police spokesman said the kids are in protective custody. Why did they say that they're on vacation? A small lie leads to a big lie. Well, Tori, here's the thing. They were on vacation. They were on vacation either with grandma. I'm pretty sure they was at grandma's house, but they call that vacation. Um, so the police went and took the kids because here's the thing: they got those kids out of the house for some unknown reason. And so that wasn't a lie. They were on vacation. The question was, where was the kids when these kids came up missing? So the adopted parents said they were on vacation. Now, where are they at now? They are in protective custody. But anytime something happens in the house, they take the kids that's that live in the house. They take the kids. And I know that to be true. Because let me share with you. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid by far. I came a long way with my children being a single parent. But so let me share with you a story real quick. Okay, here come a story, you guys. I know you guys heard it before, but let me share with you what happened. So I was fighting for custody for my son, keeping my son, to keep custody of my son. So his dad told him that no other man, which I was married to another man, he didn't want my ex-husband to whoop my son. My son was very disobedient, very active, ADHD, all this other stuff going on. I'm not going to name everything that was diagnosed, but you guys got the picture. He was in trouble all the time. Okay. So my son did something wrong. My ex-husband gave him a spanking, gave him a whooping. We didn't think nothing about it. I didn't think nothing about it. Okay, you do something wrong, you get in trouble, whatever, whatever, whatever. I go to work, and so I'm at work, and I get a phone call. Freddie, please pass the on to SP for me. Thank you. What is it, 777? Yes, 777. I know you guys had y'all two funerals today. Your aunt and your niece. I remember. Thursday? I thought you said they were gonna have the funeral Saturday. So I know 777 is not feeling too well. Yeah. Um so anyway, so I'm at work and I get a phone call from my ex-husband, and he's like, "Honey, the police is here." And I'm like, "What is the police doing at the house?" He was like, "Well, your son called the police because I gave him a whooping." And I said, "Okay, so why is the police there?" He said, "Well, his daddy told him to call 911 and tell him that they're beating you." Okay. And so the police came out to the house, and they came quickly. So the police get on the phone call. I said, put the police on the phone. So the police get on the phone, and he was like, "Okay, Mrs. Such and such," because back then my name was Mrs. Such and such. And we'll just say Fish. Okay, it's pretty close. So Miss Fish, um, your son says that your ex-husband is beating him, and we need to make sure. I said, "No, my son probably got a whooping because he's been doing a lot of things wrong, and we're correcting him as we go, and we have the right to discipline and our children. We don't call it punishment; we call it discipline. Our children." And so the police officer, by this time, when I'm talking to him, he was like, "Well, ma'am, we need to check your son out and make sure this, that he's okay. It's okay to give a child a spanking or whooping, however you guys want to do it." I done already contacted my supervisor and said, "Hey, I've got an emergency at home. I gotta go." He's like, "Okay, SP, I'm clocking out. I got my keys. I done left my food, my purse, and everything, but I got my keys. I'm in my car. I'm on my phone." And I'm like, "So you're telling me because my husband, which at the time is my ex-husband now, but so what you're telling me, my husband giving my son a spanking. You guys are gonna come out to my house every time and I'm driving home and I'm not panicking or nothing because you guys, if you know me, I don't panic when there's emergency. I just don't do it. But I'm driving home. I'm driving home. And he was like, yes, ma'am. I was like, well, could you wait till I get off work? And he's talking to me. He's like, no, ma'am, we're not going to wait till you get off work. What we're going to do, if you don't give us permission, because you the one that's got to give us permission. Matter of fact, you need to give us permission to go in there and look at your son's body right now. And if you don't give us permission, we're going to take the other child too. This is what they're telling me. I'm driving home. I'm Guess what? I'm turning them corners right now. Okay? You feel me, family? I'm just letting you know I done been through this. Guess what? I'm in the driveway. But this is what the man told me. If you don't give us permission, we're not only going to check him, we're going to check your daughter too. My daughter's a girl. How dare? No, you're not. What you're going to do. See, I can't get all crazy with you because I'm on this phone and you at my house with my kids. I already know I cannot get crazy right now. But see, what I am going to do, I'm going to be doing me. And I'm going to get there because, see, I got a daughter and you're a man, you're a grown man, and you're telling me to give you permission to look at my daughter's body. She's a female. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my car and I'm already at the house. I'm opening up the door. They're like, ooh, yes, I'm here. Now, what seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem? You see what I'm saying? Ma'am, we need to check out your kids. Fine, you can check out my kids, but guess what? I'm going to be right there when you're looking over my daughter's butt, back, whatever, coochie, whatever. You want to open it up, you better believe I'm going to be right there. I'm telling you guys the truth. You don't believe me? I call my son right now. He'll let you know. Okay? So, the police takes my son in. My son is dark. You guys seen him. My son is dark. Dark, dark, dark. Just chocolate all over. You're not going to see anything. He could have got a whooping 2 seconds ago. You're not going to see nothing. Now, if he was mixed, or if he had a little bit of lightness to him, or if he was you know, light skinned complexion or something, you probably would have seen some whoopings or some whips or whatever. But in dark skinned children, you can't really see it. So I know he got a whooping. I told him it was okay for him to get a whooping because he did something wrong. I don't know. He took something, he stole something, or he didn't call somebody a name or cussed her. He did something because my son did a lot of stuff. Trust me. The police tried to take my son out. I had to get him out the city. Mm-hmm. I told you guys about it. I rushed him to Las Vegas to his daddy after winning in the court case. Anyway, so they checked out my son. They didn't see anything. Then they checked out my daughter. I'm standing right there because I'm not gonna let my daughter's skin. And you know what's so bad about the whole situation? It was on my daughter's birthday. I promise you, it was on my daughter's birthday. So I'm in the bathroom with him, and you guys know my bathroom is pretty big. So we got 2 grown-ups in there and a kid, and she takes off her clothes, and she's looking at me, and she's scared, like, Mama, take off my clothes in front of a man. You see what I'm saying? You thought I was gonna let you take off my daughter's clothes and I'm not around? Oh, but no, we're not doing that one. See, you're going to show me what you're going to be looking at. And then not only that, I'm going to make you very uncomfortable because this is a young lady, and a black young lady, and you're just going to take her in the bathroom and tell her to take her clothes off and I'm not around? Anyway, you guys, these are things that our government, I understand the severity of the situation, but that happened in my life. And he was kind of a little embarrassed about taking my daughter in there, making her strip on her freaking birthday. And then after I told him, when they got done, I said, look, Explain to my son that when he gets a whooping, because see, at one particular time, and you guys remember, it was a trend to they were teaching our kids call 911. So our kids thought that even though that they'd get a spanking, they were still going to call 911. People were scared to whoop their kids because they would call 911 on them because they get a spanking. It's okay to give a spanking. Some people is in agreement with that. Some people are not. Anyway, let me share with you guys. That's the end of the story, basically. That's the end of the story. Okay. So anyway, what I'm saying is, you guys know I adopted a little girl. She's actually, if anybody know, I'm very transparent. She was my niece because of the situation of her mom and her dad. Okay. Now, I'm going to share this with you because I'm going to tell you why I am, me, myself, in agreement with the mother right now. And I'm going to share that reason with you because when my brother was trying to get his daughter out of CPS custody, he didn't even know he had a child. The girl had said this was the dad, that was the dad, blah 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 blah. And then finally when her rights was getting ready to be taken because she wouldn't stop smoking this and smoking that or whatever, or you name it, the baby came in the world with it in his system, things of that nature. She said it was her husband's baby, so we didn't even know there was a baby out there. My family didn't know. When we caught wind, when her rights was getting ready to be taken, she said, he's the father. He went and did a blood test, found out he was the father. He's in a whole different state. Well, he trying to do his own thing. He trying to get himself together. He's in the middle of getting himself together. So they're not giving time. The baby's young. What they want to do is get those babies adopted while they're cute. You feel me? Cynthia said, I used to tell mine, call 911. I still gonna get you. I know what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Y'all know when it happened. So they tried to make my brother jump through hoops while he's taking care of himself right. They're not giving him time. So the foster parent that had my niece at the time, I've never seen this little girl before in my life. Okay. He would come into town. He lived in a different state where, sometimes when you got to clean yourself up, you got to leave your playground and go somewhere else because people will not let you forget that you did some stuff. So I'm glad that he went to a whole different state where they have programs that really help. They don't help just 30 days and you good. They help you get your life together. They help you get jobs. They help you stay clean. And he was doing everything. The system, he goes to see his child. The foster mother would be like, because he got to drive in the state, out of state. It takes him 3, 4, 5 hours to get there or come back. And then she was like, they didn't know that he lived out of state because he was still a resident in Kansas. So he gave him, my mother's address. So he felt comfortable thinking that this young lady, and by the way, I'm just gonna let it be out there, you guys. We're gonna keep everything 100. Not that I'm racist or anything. The young lady, the foster mother, she was white, and she already had one child, 2 children by her boyfriend, which was black. But she wanted this little girl. She wanted the little girl so bad. She was telling him everything that he told her because she was like, when you come get the baby, if you're late, it's okay. And he was like, she's really cool. She let me come and get her anytime I want. And if I'm only supposed to have Saturday, she let me have Sunday too, this, that, and the other. And I told my brother, and I'm not going to say his name, but I told my brother, I said, listen, don't trust her. She's writing to the judge. He don't bring the baby back on time. He's never on time. He doesn't leave. He don't even live in the state because you told this woman this stuff. You telling her you still smoking weed. She telling him that. So he goes to court thinking everything's good. And she's writing to the judge, telling the judge all of this stuff. And she's making police reports that he's not giving the child back on time. So they come to the last hearing and they take his rights. I tried to tell him to stick to the schedule. He was like, sis, she's cool. She cool. Then my mom called me and my mom's like, oh my God, they just took the baby. I said, well, what happened? Once I told CPS that they took hey Teresa, thank you for the super chat. I see you in the building. Thank you, sister, for the super chat. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you very much. I was looking at what? Hold on. Something's got me. Once I told CPS that they took a look and said to me, sorry, but we had to make sure you're good to go. We're closing the file down. Exactly. That's what they said to me too. So anyway, Lisa say super chat. That's the way you do it. You just can't trust everyone. You can't tell people your business because they'll add to it. And he did not know that this lady wanted that baby. So they took the rights. So I told my brother, I said, hey, listen here. Give me your daughter. Give her to me and get yourself together and we'll get it right. So they were going to court the last time to go to court, and his rights would be taken away if he didn't meet these requirements. It was jump over this fence, jump in that hoop, swim to the deepest sea, run over there. I mean, they had so much for him to do. He was doing it. But the foster mother was putting dirt all into the situation. She was, you guys. I'm not going to sit here and lie for my brother or anything. I'm just going to tell you like T.I. is. Okay? So you know what? When they got rid, he got the papers in the mail that said your rights has been taken away. She's no longer yours. If you want to come in and speak to the judge, you can. So I called my brother and I said, what just happened? And he was like, oh my God, sister, they taken the baby. I said, how old is this baby? He said, she's 2. She's 2 years old. I've never seen her before. I said, okay. I said, we're the type of family. We're too big. We're not the type of family to let this happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to school. And I'm going to read up on what I need to do. And I'm going to talk to some professionals and things of this nature. So I enrolled myself into a school program. A program is like 12, 17 weeks that you got to go if you want to adopt some kids. Because see, we done went past, you can't just get the kids now. We done went past all of that. Thank you, Janice Henderson, for the super chat. Thank you. She said, I got 10 on it, but 10 is over here. That's how you do it. Thank you, Janice Henderson. Let me share with you guys. I went to school for 17 weeks. I had the background check done. I had my house, everything. They have to come into your house. You go every Saturday, one day a week, every Saturday. And I was doing it. So by the time they came to court, the judge was like, we taking his rights. So now the mother's rights is taken, the father's rights is taken. This child is up for adoption. And so we got the foster parents here, and the foster parents is really engaged with this child. So we already got someone that wants to take this kid. And I said, hold up, Judge. I'm the maternal aunt, and I would like to have this little girl. My brother was nowhere in sight. He didn't make it to court. He laying in the bed crying in another state. Ain't even gonna show up. And the judge says, now hold on. You the maternal aunt? I said, yes, I am. Well, ma'am, hold on. There's a series of things you have to do. And this child is ready for adoption right now. I said, and I know this. I said, what are the things? What are the hoops that I have to jump through? He said, you need 17 weeks of this school program. I said, I've already done it. You need a background check. Got that too. You need a psycho analysis done. I said, yes. Done that too. You need to make a certain amount of money. I put my kids in private school. This kid will get the same treatment. Are you married? No, ma'am. No, sir. No, I'm not married. But you know what? Is the foster parent that you finna give this child to, is they married? Because I did do some research, and she's living with the guy, but she's not married. So you finna give my niece to someone that's not married, that's shacking, and we don't even play like that. Anyway, you guys, make a long story straight, I gave this chick the run for her money. And God is good. Let me tell you something. She went checking me out, and she said she started crying. One of her friends, she didn't even know I knew this chick. She said she got herself together. And I said, yes, we all not what you think. Okay? You don't play with the wrong one. You play with the wrong one. And so the judge, what the judge did, the judge told me and her, and you guys think I'm lying, I'll call her right now. I call her right now. She'll tell you. I gave her the run for her money. And I told her, the judge made us have coffee together because he said, I've never seen two women fight for this kid. I said, I'm not letting go. I'm a be like Joseph. I ain't letting go. What is his name? The one that had to fight with the angels. I ain't letting go until you bless me. I ain't letting go. How dare you take this child? Do you not know? This is what I had to tell the judge. Do you not know I was born on an Indian reservation? That means if I've got Indian in me, that child got Indian in her too. You can't do that. They were still trying to do it anyway. Jacob, there you go, Valerie. They still tried to do it anyway. So you know what I did? I went back home to Missouri, and I got me an attorney that's what's going to show him something, because you can't tell her nothing either. See what I'm saying? In Missouri, you got to. That's the show me state. You got to show them something, because you can't tell them nothing. I went and got me an attorney, and I said, they're trying to take this baby. They're just looking at the child like it's black, but the child is black and Indian. All of us got it in us. You better go recognize it. Anyway, I'm just giving some little information out there if the mother really wants to know. So anyway, you guys, Terry says, Terry G is in the building. Yes, Terry, where you at? She says, I'm a psychiatrist, social worker, and assigned to child abuse cases. I know nothing about this case except there is nothing what? There's nothing right. Terry G, I need you to call in. The number's going to be, let me put it on up there. Terry G, call on in, because we need some information about what to do and where we need to go to try to get these babies home. I don't give up the possibility of it may be The child may be still here. Here's the number right here. Anyway, you guys, the judge ordered us to sit down and have coffee because two women is fighting for this kid. She came to my home. She didn't want me to come to her home, so she came to my home. I don't even drink coffee, but I went and bought a coffee maker, coffee and filters and all this other stuff. And I sat down, and she said, "I promise you, I'll let you see the child whenever you want." I said, "Honey, you can't promise me nothing. I'm getting this child. I'm not gonna stop." And you know, we became friends. She came to me and she said, "Please, SP, please. I love this child. You don't even know the child." I said, "This is my brother's child. How dare you tell me to stop? Stop for what? Because you want another child? You want this little black baby? So you can say that you done something good? Why don't, what if something happened to you and they don't give your kids to your sister? Think about what I'm saying. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to be truthful with you. The young man that she was living with, like I told you, he was a black guy. He told her, he said, "You're wrong. Give that child to his family." And you know what? She called me up and she says, "My husband, or our supposed to be husband, told her to give the baby." Hey, this is SP. Who's calling? Hold on, Terry. Hold on, Terry. What's going on?
So I am a psychiatric social worker, and my job is to investigate child abuse. And I don't see anything in this case that shows that these kids are not in imminent jeopardy, not because they were kidnapped or by sex offenders, but because these foster parents or adoptive parents probably harmed this child.
So you believe that the foster parents probably harmed this child?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at their, my background's in forensic psychology. If you look at their stance, neither one of these parents really look anybody in the eye. They look up and around. There's no sense of urgency. If you have a missing child, and I've dealt with missing child, these parents, their face is red, it's chapped. The one that I had since COVID, it ended happily, the child. This mom could have given a rat's rear end left if she had a mask on or not. She pulled her mask off and begged for people to bring her child home. These parents have never begged anybody. They have no urgency because they know what happened.
Right. Right. You know what? Did you catch that? Did you catch when the adoptive parents said when they went and looked for the kids, then they got home and they decided to call the police? I mean, that's a really bad choice of words because the police is to protect and serve, but you call 911 or you call for some help, but to call the police.
Nothing in their story makes sense. I have not seen anything. And I would like to think otherwise because I always give kind of parents the benefit. I can't with these people. I mean, there's just nothing that shows that these kids are okay.
Right.
And that they didn't have a part in it. And as much as I would love to think that, maybe they're just in the neighbor's house and, they're keeping them safe, I don't believe that. And I don't believe sex offenders took them. And the reason why is because there's two of them.
Right.
It's too much. I mean, if it was just one child, I'd say, you know what, we need to look into that. But with two children, that's unheard of. It's just, it's not unheard of. It's so rare because sex offenders want to exert power and control, and they can't really do that with two kids.
Right. Exactly. And do you know that it was weird how the adopted father, how he always kept his hands there with, like, when things got heated, he didn't change his stance. It's like,
we, in forensic psychology, they refer to that as a power position because his hands are tucked under his armpits, close to his heart, his vital organs, and his thumbs were up. He's telling the world that he's in power. He's got the control. Nobody knows anything, and he's not going to share it. He's in control. That's called a power stance.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's just what, when I was in grad school, that's what we've always referred to as that,
Hmm.
because when you put okay, when you are worried about something, the first thing you do is put your hand to your heart, right?
Hmm.
He didn't do that. He covered his heart and put his thumb up. And that's like a psychological thing that he's got a lot to hide. He's protecting himself.
Now, isn't it weird that all the other four kids done went on vacation at this particular time?
I don't believe that. I don't know where those kids are. I think that for the court to have removed them, they had to go through court. They had to have due process, and it had to happen really quick. So it was probably an emergency court hearing, to where CPS said, these kids are in imminent jeopardy. We can't leave them with these parents. They had to find something, because like in the missing case that I was just referring to, we would have never removed those other children from this mom. And it was a biological aunt that wanted a baby, and she took this woman's baby. It wasn't high profile or anything, but this woman did everything she had to do to get her kid. She had a sense of urgency. She went out and searched herself. And these parents, I don't see anything right with them.
Right. Now, and I thought that there was no way that they possibly, even if they found the kids, is there a possibility that the mom can get these kids back after her rights being taken away? But they said on the news today that it's hard, but there is a possibility.
It's not impossible. We had a case to where a kid, his rights were terminated. He was 15. But this poor kid, he was terrible. I'm just saying, his siblings were great. This kid was, they couldn't find anyone to adopt this child. His siblings were adopted. He refused. His mom did get him back, but he's 16 now. He was 15 at the time. And the court actually asked her to take him back. And she did. And that's the only time I've ever heard that. I think because it's a law, it takes so much to terminate the Adoption of State Families Act. It takes so much to terminate rights that by the time that they're done, they're done. It's rare for a kid to go back.
Right. And a lot of people saying if they find these kids, then the family probably had something to do with it. But to be honest, they're looking at these adopted parents like, you guys done something. I mean, that's what I feel that the police is pretty much saying without saying it.
Sure, there's no evidence that those kids were ever even in that house. And my question the surveillance tapes, and the reason why, is the neighbors didn't know those kids. So how do they know that was the same kids that they saw on their surveillance camera? You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
One of the neighbors said that she had seen the kiddos on surveillance camera, but how did she know that was the same kids? And law enforcement has never come out and said that was the same kids, and I'm sure they have all their tapes and things.
Right. Somebody today said, "Oh, let's get the story right. The neighbors have seen the children there at one particular time or so."
Right.
That's what they said.
My question to them, which I think that's probably, they're not lying. I think that the neighbors, they said they saw it through like the Ring doorbell or something, but they don't know what those children really look like. And so I don't know if they're seeing those children. Does that make sense? Because there's supposed to be 6 kids in that home.
Right.
And I know the police they had to have taken, like probable cause, all of the surveillance camera tapes from the whole neighborhood. And they said that they've never seen proof that those kids were in that house. So I don't think it's going to end well for these kids. I think it's horrible. At first I thought maybe they wandered out in the street and somebody took them, but there's 2 of them.
Right.
They wouldn't, it's rare
to take.
And I don't think, to take 2 kids because it's too much of a struggle.
Right.
And those kids would have screamed. Somebody would have heard them screaming.
Right.
I just don't see it ending well. I hope I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but I just don't see it with this case.
Right. Right. What do you think? So you think, I was thinking about this all last night, and just because, not saying that my situation is true, but when I did adopt a little girl, and she's 18 now. But I'm so happy she's 18. And it was hard, but when I brought the little girl home, she's my daughter. My biological kids were so against it for years. For years. They were, it was like, now my son is not the baby no more. She's the baby. And then my daughter was like, she's the girl now. She's got to share everything and share a room and da 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 da. And she doing stuff, getting into her makeup and telling on her, and you know, and and then when the little girl did something bad to me, like she would stomp or throw a tantrum or something, or steal my money or something, my kids would be very upset with her. So sometimes the biological kids get angry when another sibling comes into play.
That makes perfect sense. Family conflict is a huge trigger. So, that makes perfect sense. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, and see, and the reason why I thought about that is because everything I went through, I had to get my kids to accept this child. So I went through all the classes. I got the background check and stuff, but my kids was totally against it for years. For about 2 or 3 years of this child's life, I had to protect this child from my own biological kids.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of, like you said, there's no, I mean, you look at the birth order, they don't understand it, it's confusing, but now I bet they're pretty close, aren't they?
Yeah. They very protective. They have, but like,
Sure.
but see, that's what I'm saying. This case with them just adopting this kid, and then they got biological kids, and they got other kids, and then how they done took these kids and they sent them on vacation, and so I'm thinking, and this is just me thinking, I'm thinking maybe the adopted parents didn't do something. Maybe the kids did something. And since they might be their biological kids, they're like, oh my God, we're going to lose everything. So let's just, you know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility. So the parents would cover up for the biological children. I hadn't considered that either.
Yeah.
That's a possibility as
Yeah.
well.
They might punish the kids too much or made them do both of them, because whatever happened to one, it happened to both of them. So,
Right.
God, I mean, I don't understand why these two, and I found out that the young man is like about 34 years of age, and his wife she's 31. Why would you have 6 kids? 4 of them is not your biological kids. And then when the biological mother, the aunt, the aunt was talking to her, and she was yelling and screaming. The biological mother put her hand up and was like, this is why we didn't want to come out, because of all of this. When she said that, it did something to me.
I agree. I saw that. That was horrible. She was just basically saying, you don't matter. You need to go away.
Right. She wanted to be in her face like, well, you should have got your nephew, da 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 da. And a lot of that was cut out because I know that it got heated. I wish we had someone in California City that would talk to us.
I do too.
That was there, that heard everything, that wasn't cut off.
I totally agree. That would open a lot of, or answer a lot of questions. I agree with that.
I'm so glad that you talked to us.
Oh, well, thank you. I really enjoyed it. So you have a great New Year's.
You too. You have a great New Year's too.
All right. I'll let someone else call in, and thanks for hearing me out.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wow. You guys, I should have asked her another question. I wanted to ask her another question. Darn it. I'm going to show you guys a video real quick. I don't know if you guys seen it. Anita done came up here and she says, or maybe the kids could have had a fight and then the parents saw what happened. And while disciplining the kids, she probably just took it overboard and really hurt the babies. God forbid it. You guys, we're all going to have some kind of thinking about what done happened, and for them to take them kids completely away, they didn't either want to witness or they was part of the situation. I guarantee, I'm telling you how bad it was that I literally had to, even though that my kids was grown enough, old enough to babysit my little one that I adopted, I still had to send her to daycare because they wasn't going to do it. They were like, "Mama, I don't want to do it." And I felt like, hey, I can't just do this. So let me share these little clips with you guys because I want to share this with you real quick. Um, and I need anybody that wants to call in, call in. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We got a little bit of time, but let me share some clips with you that I want you to see. The mother posted this, so I want you to just pay attention to it. Here we go.
You ready, kiss?
You guys, you see how cute they are? You see, let me tell you what their names is. One of the little boys, their real names is Classic and Sincere. Both starts with C. Classic and Sincere. So hashtag Classic and Sincere. That's their real names. I'm just gonna let you guys know. The mother wants them to be called that, the biological mother. And I know that the adopted parents, they are adopted parents. But here's what happened on the news. But you guys see how pretty those babies are? And I don't know why they don't even have an update picture of one of the kids. The little one, the baby one. He's so precious. He's so cute. Y'all want to see it again? I'll let y'all see. Oh, they're so cute. These are the pictures that the mom had said that she had photos of these babies around Christmas. Look at him. He got on some Nike shoes too. Oh, oh, they really loved each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to share with you guys. Here we go. So I know, KK, I know they really loved each other. You guys, I wanted to share that with you so bad. Okay, I'm going to show you what happened because I recorded two things, but then I got to go to YouTube to show you the other thing. So here we go.
California City, the community has been constantly involved trying to help the police in any way they can, but last night things got out of hand. 17's Perla Shaheen tells us more about the community on edge. Well, this has been a trying investigation for officers in the small police department here in California City. But they're not the only ones who are worried about the fate of these two little boys. It's been 9 days since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West went missing in California City. Police have been in and out of the house where the boys lived with their adoptive parents and 4 siblings. Locals have searched the Mojave Desert every day looking for clues.
All of the community searching, we're posting flyers, we're talking to everyone. I work at a gas station in town. Everybody who comes in there, I'm asking questions. Out of towners writing, where are these boys? No one has any answers.
But as it started to get dark yesterday, some people lost their patience. One resident drove into the driveway of the West family's house and screwed a poster into their awning. A clear sign of the frustration felt by many of the city's 14,000 residents.
But since they've came up missing, I can't sleep. I can't. None of us. I can't get any peace. These are my boys. These are our boys. Our California City boys are missing, and we want to know where they're at.
About an hour later, another car drove to the front of the house and threw a large rock at the window. The impact broke the glass. Others also drove past and honked in front of the house.
I don't think this is the time to start getting rambunctious with the situation. We're supposed to come together, and we're supposed to unite as one and find these kids.
Police say the adoptive parents haven't been inside their home since Christmas. Their 4 other children are in protective custody, but many residents thought the family returned last night.
People, they had good intentions behind it. Even though it was violent, they did have good intentions. They want to bring the parents out to talk. We need answers.
The city is still working on a reward for anyone who finds the boys. Meanwhile, a local marijuana dispensary says it's offering $10,000. Law enforcement has an anonymous tip line for anyone who has information on the 2 boys. You can call 661-322-4040.
Okay, you guys, so they've got 2 rewards going on. I want everybody to know they got a $10,000 reward and I think a $25,000 reward. So that's $35,000. Maybe somebody knows something. If you see something, you know something. There is a 1-800, well, not a 1-800 number, but there's a phone number. Just go back over the video. She said the phone number on there. Take a look at it. There was one other video. I'm going to have to share this with you guys. I want to share with everybody because we need to know everything. Eagle Golden says, where is the Christmas tree? Read something. Where are the toys? The dogs can police dogs be taken off track with chili powder or similar? Do dogs pick up on chemicals like Dexter used? I don't know, Eagle. All right, my wild bear. Google did say Trezell makes $177,000 a year. Not sure what he does. Oh, wow. He makes a lot of money. He's doing pretty darn good. No wonder he feels like he feels. Okay, let me share this video with you guys. The chief, when the chief said what he wanted to say, because some people was like, I didn't know what the police chief was saying. So let me find it and then share it with you guys. Here we go.
Police of the California City Police Department.
And John is spelled
Jon, no H.
What do we got today, Chief?
I can only give you a recap of what we've been doing since the 21st of December. Just to give you a recap, as you all know, the 21st of December, we got a call to this location about 5:45 p.m. We were notified that there was 2 missing children, Oren and Orson, both 4 and 3 years old. There was an extensive search in the neighborhood, which produced nothing. We've done several interviews since then. We've had several agencies involved. We've been working nonstop on this thing since the 21st of December till today. As we're still working, we've been working around the clock. We have several agencies involved, like I said, and we're doing our best to locate the kids. So that's all we've got at this time. There are things in the works, but I don't want to taint or compromise the investigation at this time.
How many agencies are working with you on this case?
I would say at this time 4.
We've noticed Bakersfield Police Department crew cars up here as well, and I understand they've taken some video from some neighbors' homes. How much are they involved in this investigation?
At this point, just peripheral. They're helping us out.
And the FBI?
The same.
Okay. It's been more than a week now since the boys disappeared. It's cold up here. This is desert. In your gut, do you feel these boys are still alive?
I can't comment on that, whether I think they're alive or not. I do suspect foul play. We haven't been able to put together, how the boys got out of the yard or where they've gone.
Chief,
but we're doing our best.
General's website, they have the 2 boys missing.
Yes, sir.
On Orrin West, they've got it listed him as a
Fractured leg.
fractured lower left leg as a identifying mark, and that's on Orrin West, listed as a fractured lower left leg. Were you aware about that?
No.
Do you believe, any reason to believe that these two boys may have been physically abused by their adoptive parents?
I can't rule that out, but I can't comment on that either.
Okay. But there was no knowledge that before that Orrin West had a fractured lower left.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Well, knowing that, what does that tell you, if anything?
I can't comment on that either. I mean, fractured leg can happen, especially with small children, any way possible. I mean, they fall down a lot. So,
Why
but I
do you
can't.
suspect foul play in this case?
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard. Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard, and if they wandered out of the yard, we don't know.
What message do you have for the community about, how committed they've been to trying to find these two boys and how to maintain, how to stay resolute during this time when we still don't know much of anything?
We absolutely appreciate everything from the community. I don't know if you know that first night, there was literally hundreds of people out here looking for them, and we truly appreciate that. I think this whole community is invested in this thing. My department is invested in this thing to the point where, we don't want to give up. We want to locate them any way we possibly can. We're accepting any information that you could possibly give us, any tips. We're following up on everything.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
on that note, we've had people ask, should they still look for the boys? It's cold. People have been looking in the night. Should the community still look
I would never tell anybody to stop, but if they have anything that they could give us, we'll definitely take it.
Where are the parents at this time?
I don't know. I know that I don't know exactly where they are. No.
Did police advise them to get out of the house, or because
No.
there's a search warrant?
No.
Are they in the house? You don't know.
No.
So, if you guys needed to contact the parents, do you guys have the availability to do that? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are the parents named suspects in this case?
Not at this time.
Chief, as you know,
There are no named suspects at this time.
while it's possible that the boys could have been picked up by a complete stranger,
Absolutely.
isn't it true that in these types of cases, the majority of times, some family member or somebody known to the family is involved in abducting children?
In my experience, it's been very common. Yes.
That it's usually a family member.
It could be. Yes.
Do you have any of the other 4 kids in custody right now? Are they in police custody?
The other 4 kids are in protective custody right now. Yes.
And have you questioned them at all? How old
I
are
can't
they?
comment on that right now.
Do you know how old they are? Could you tell us
I don't want to comment on that either.
average age?
Just going back to the day these kids were reported missing, just to confirm, that was Monday night, correct?
Monday night,
And,
21st of December.
and who reported them missing?
Parents.
Okay. You guys mentioned that there was a lot of folks left from the backyard. We noticed a lot of tools were used in the backyard. Can you talk about some of the work, what you guys were trying to reveal back there?
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
How extensive was the digging in the backyard?
Fairly extensive.
Anything useful turn up?
No.
What message do you have for anyone? I feel like someone out there knows something more that might help you guys move forward in this. What message do you have for someone who knows?
I definitely believe people know. Someone knows, and I would hope that person would come forward. I mean, we got 2 young, in my opinion, babies that we don't know where they're at, and we can't find them. So if that person or any of those people have any idea where these kids are, or can give us any information that we could follow, it would be truly appreciated.
It's been over a week. At what point does this become a cold case? Is there still a lot that needs to be?
Oh yeah, it's not even close to becoming a cold case. It's an active investigation. It's going on right now, as we speak. I guarantee you.
What are the steps moving forward for your guys and the other agencies involved?
Just to continue to evaluate all the evidence involved and interview anybody that we think is a person of interest and gather as much intel as we possibly can until we come to a conclusion.
Do you think you're going to go back in the house at any point? You have that search warrant still, right?
It's absolutely possible, yes.
What about the biological parents in Bakersfield? Have they been cooperative in this investigation?
For the most part, yes. Yes.
California City has the third largest land area in the entire state.
That is
There's a lot of ground to cover, sprawling desert. Have you guys started combing through the desert yet?
No, we have no reason unless we have any other tips that they could possibly be out in the desert. It's been my experience, especially with small children, you always start from the inside out. You start from where were they seen last. And if we feel that we have enough information and enough evidence to expand out, we absolutely will. But at this point, we have no reason to believe that.
The adoptive father told us that, he wished he could go to every house, knock on the door, see if their kids are inside. From a law enforcement perspective, when you say you want to start from where the kids were last seen, how many neighbors have you guys contacted here? And is it difficult to be able to search inside anywhere like that?
No, we've contacted just about everybody in this neighborhood, and we've talked to everybody in the neighborhood. Just our goal is to basically look at the kids. So if I come to your door and I knock, hey, have you seen these kids? And then we move to the next, and we move to the next, and we move to the next. Unless we have any other information that leads us to the point where we can actually enter their home and look for a child, we can't do that.
So it'll be accurate to say, and I apologize if I'm reiterating this, from every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them?
No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they've seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
At what point did you guys decide to bring out dogs to try to help out in this investigation?
Done that. It's been done multiple times.
And the canines consistently found that the scent of the children did not leave the house?
Correct.
Just to break that down a little bit, piggybacking off of Perla's thing, when you guys use dogs to search for missing people, if their scent was just even a bit outside of the home, would they actually follow that scent?
Generally, yes, but it all depends on the dog as well. It could be the wind blowing. It could be the dog can't pick up the scent. It could be a lot of things going on, but that's the general idea.
Wow.
Could you explain how police were able to get a warrant inside the house and retain custody over the rest of the 4 kids? Even 2 of them are biological.
Oh, that's the fact that the kids are missing. That's the easy part. Obtaining the warrant was easy. I mean, we do every warrant search.
You're allowed enough evidence is the kids were missing and you were able
That
to
is
get
correct. When
custody
you have
over the other 4.
correct.
Chief, could you clarify though why the kids were put in protective custody from the parents here?
Anytime anything happens in a household where it involves any kids, all the kids are taken out of the household.
Now we've noticed BPD here in California City, we've noticed FBI, and we've noticed that several cars have been parked, law enforcement, undercover vehicles have been parked near here around several streets. Why is that? Can you explain anything?
We definitely we want to keep an eye on the area, and again, if we ever get any evidence the kids could be anywhere in this neighborhood, and also just to keep an eye on the house and see who comes and goes.
Has there been a human trafficking issue in Cal City or recent cases?
Not that I'm aware of.
And sorry, I just want to go ahead, Perla.
Did the luminol find anything?
Not that I know of.
I just want to piggyback off of a recent question here. When you say whenever there's a situation involving kids, the other children go into protective custody?
Normally, yes.
Well, from my understanding, we have a lot of missing, persons cases in Bakersfield, and when a parent reports their child missing, the other kids aren't taken away from them. So what circumstances have to be in play in order for the other children of the household to be in protective custody rather than custody of their parents?
Well, generally, if there's any kind of a juvenile situation where there's been any kind of neglect or any kind of harm to any of the children, we automatically have to take all the other kids out of the house until there's an investigation done by Child Protective Services.
You're saying that based off of that there have been other types of abuses.
No, I'm not saying there was abuse at all. I'm saying the kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we determine one way or the other what happened to the children, the other 4 children are taken out of the home. Now the parents can try to go to Children's Services and get the children back, but that's totally up to Children's Services.
Chief, if somebody wants to come forward with information that they're afraid to come forward publicly, how can they do so anonymously and contact you?
They can call our station, leave a number, leave information, whatever they want to do, and we'll get back to them.
Can't you guys trace a phone number? I mean, if somebody really says, "Look, I don't want to get involved, but here's information you should know," is there any way they can contact you with being totally anonymous?
To call the station. That's all I can say. That's all I would hope.
Where else are police and agencies searching? Where are they currently searching? Or do they believe that they're still...
I can't comment on that right now.
Can you say if you're searching in Bakersfield?
I can't comment on that right now.
How about words for the community? Because obviously there are a lot of signs out on the main roadway that are asking where are these boys at.
Of course.
So what are your words to the people that are asking that same question and asking these same questions that we are asking you?
Well, my answer to that is that's my question as well. I want to find these kids as much as anybody else. And so whatever information and we're actively at it. I mean, around the clock. We haven't given up on this thing. We want to keep on it as diligently as we can because we know the clock's ticking. I want to find these kids as much as anybody else. And so whatever information and we're actively at it. I mean, around the clock. We haven't given up on this thing. We want to keep on it as diligently as we can because we know the clock's ticking and we really need to find them. So my answer to those people would be I want to find them as bad as you do. And if you have any information, please come forward and give it to us and we'll follow up.
Chief, you're not a very large police department here, a small police department.
We're very small.
In the city. How is this case, what impact has it had on your resources?
Huge. I got people that are on their days off coming in. I got people that are supposed to be working days that, I was putting 19, 20 hours in last week myself. So my guys, they're working tirelessly on this thing and not complaining because they want to find these kids as bad as everyone else.
Do you have any reason to believe that the kids are still inside the house?
No.
Even though the canines didn't smell their scent?
No, and I've been in the house multiple times.
And Mr. Walker, just talking about the different agencies helping out, part of it is because to help with manpower, correct?
Correct.
If you could talk about general assignments, the FBI, what aspect of it are they looking at? What aspect is KCSO looking at? Did you guys have those kind of designations on who does what?
Well, basically, all the bigger agencies, they have all the other resources like the crime labs and that sort of thing. So they're really helping us out with that, analyzing any evidence we have and any clues that we can come up with. So that's a real big help for us.
Para Telemundo. ¿Gusta decir algo en español? Lo que sea, nada más para la gente que está escuchando, porque hay gente hispana que vive aquí en California City.
Sí.
¿Qué mensaje le tiene usted a la persona, a la comunidad hispana, para ayudar a encontrar a estos dos niños?
My Spanish is really bad, but yo quiero mucho ayudar, por favor. Dígame, por favor. Llámame, por favor.
Para encontrar a los niños.
Sí, por favor.
¿Piensa usted que los niños están vivos? ¿Piensa usted, do you believe the kids are still alive?
I want to believe that, yes.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people have been wondering about what constitutes an Amber Alert and why one wasn't sent down.
An Amber Alert, the way I understand it, to the best of my knowledge and my experience, would be if we have a known person who has taken the child and we have a vehicle information about that vehicle, so we put that out for all the drivers and all the commuters to be on the lookout for that vehicle and that license plate number. So, in fact, we can recover the child. We don't have any of that information at this time.
I also want to confirm one thing just to make sure we're putting out the most accurate info. You said that since this couple has been here, that there was never a sighting of the children?
Not that we know of. They've only been here since September.
Okay. Was there a sighting of the parents' other children?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
Can we ask a question as a community? What
Sure.
do you want us to do? Because I heard you say you guys aren't going to go to the desert. Do you want us to?
If whatever you feel that you want to do in that aspect is more than it's welcome. Whatever, I'm not going to close any doors. Whatever's open, I'm willing to take And if you can come up with any clues, any information that we can follow up on, we most happily will.
Thank you. We just wanted, because we heard you say earlier, you guys weren't going out there, but there's so many of us still willing to.
And that's fine.
We know it's vast. We know
Right.
you guys only have a certain number of people.
Right.
So
And
we're still willing to help.
Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate it. But our resources, we have to concentrate on where we saw them last. And if something leads us to expand our search, we absolutely will.
Thank you.
And I asked the question.
I'm sorry.
Somebody yesterday informed me they spotted a vehicle that looked identical to the parents' van coming back from the direction of Silver Saddle on Sunday, the day before the boys were reported missing.
I can tell you that's not possible.
I heard the same thing.
Let me dispel that right now. That's not possible.
Are there any other rumors?
Can you say it again, Chief? What's not possible again?
That the van was seen somewhere on their civil shadow yesterday.
No, it was seen the Sunday before they were reported.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we can follow up on that. Sure.
Yeah, we reported
Thanks.
it and, never heard back.
Okay.
So
Well,
you think we should comb the desert, like go out like in spurs where everybody goes in the same direction and look for those kids?
Sure, that's a possibility.
I think that's a good possibility.
But right now, we're not going to spend the resources on that right now. We're concentrating on right here.
Chief, there's obviously a lot of information out there. Are there any main rumors that you want people to just stop spreading? Is there anything else you could dispel?
Main rumors are rumors that the people are going to say what they're going to say. But just so they know that we haven't given up on this thing and we are working still diligently to try to find these kids.
And I'm being asked to ask this question as well. In the last decade, there have been several unsolved either missing persons cases or homicide cases. As a police chief, what trend have you noticed here that contributes to that? What do people have to think about when they say, well,
I need you to be more specific. What are you referring to?
Well, we did a story with the police chief at the time, Mr. Hurtado, back in 2019, and we talked about the $25,000 rewards that you guys now have for multiple unsolved cases.
Yes, but right now I have a full-time crime analyst that's working on any cold cases that we have. But any city that you have is going to have cold cases. It's just the larger the city, more cases you're going to have. Right now we're holding 8 cases. And again, I have a crime analyst who works full-time on that. And
what has he shared with you? Because you said the bigger the city, the more cases there's going to be. In the last decade, this is a population of about 14,000. I think 2,500 of them are counting the prison population. So what do you think contributes to this sort of crime here, the missing persons, the homicides? What are factors that come into play there?
Again, I think we only have one missing person at this time, and the other are unsolved homicides. But we're a small city, you're right. And we've only had 8 at this time. So if I was in a city of, say, Los Angeles of 4.5 million people, they're probably carrying a couple hundred cold cases right now. So, like this year alone, we've had no homicides at all. So it's just a matter of population and crime.
One more question for me. Did the parents deny to take a lie detector test?
I can't comment on that.
And would you be able to provide us the 911 call that they made initially?
Can I provide it?
Yeah, the recording of it. I'm sure police have all the recordings.
I have to look into that right now with our investigators and see if they want to release that at this point.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Sorry. Last question.
What about the van that the parents, the foster parents had? It's under the authorities or the foster.
We have it in custody.
Sorry, Chief. Last question for me. Can you confirm?
They said they still have the van in custody.
Incident from last week. That there has been nobody.
They still have the van in custody
during this entire investigation.
There's no one been arrested.
Has anyone been detained?
Well, people have been questioned.
Okay.
Formally detained, no.
And not held in custody upon their own will?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, they showed their legs.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, that was 2 days ago. But I know some people didn't see it, and I wanted to make sure we shared it because we try to share everything that we see. I've got a family member on the phone, you guys. That's who I was talking to when they was showing the video, and she wants to share something with you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, hey family. Now we switching over. let's clear our minds for a minute. What if a nosy neighbor was outside and saw those babies outside, and they might have been outside for a while, and picked those babies up and put the babies at their home, but didn't think the story was going to go this far. And now they're too afraid to bring them. Because remember, the dad said, the baby is somewhere around here. I want to go knock on those doors, but we can't go in. Wait a minute, let's see, I got to turn my other phone up. I can't hear nothing you said.
Okay, but here's the thing. No, you can talk to me on the phone.
Okay.
But here's the thing. They came up missing December the 21st. It is now when he said that he wanted to go knock on the doors and everything. He said he wanted to go knock on the doors. That's like 7-8 days later.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say it the day of or the day after. It's 7-8 days later. You want to go and knock on the doors.
Okay, I got you. I see. I missed that part, and then I'm going in between, and I was just listening to everything, and it just like, well, maybe he knows something. But you know, sometimes when you move into a new neighborhood, sometime at least somebody on that street, you know.
Right, or you get to the neighbors will bring something or see you moving in, and then they say, "Oh, you moving in? Yeah, my neighbors just moved in a couple of weeks ago. They came over. We good neighbors. We just want you to know we moving in. I got this. I got a cat. I got a dog. I got such.
Like where I live now in my neighborhood, I'm the only black on this street, and I've been over here for 21 years. We all know each other, and they watch out for me just like I watch out for them.
Right.
And so they know, of course, I got a nosy granny. I call her my granny because she's 90-some years old, and her windows open at a certain time, and I know she see everything. I told her if something come up missing, she did it because she don't miss a beat over here.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it just seems, I'm just trying to go to another direction. I'm just praying that the babies are safe, but it just seems like they just didn't vanish. Not two babies.
Right. Not two.
I mean,
right.
One. If someone even picked up one, the other one is gonna scream, "No, give me my brother."
You're right.
And the dad or mama, somebody gonna hear those babies screaming. Those two babies just did not wander off in the cold with no coats.
And let me tell you something, 3 and 4, I'm thinking about my grandson. He's 3. He's very talkative. He knows his mama. He doesn't really just go with anybody. He can tell you, he can tell you stuff. He can talk to you. He can tell you stuff.
My youngest grandkids are the same way. Time I would just got my way home. Can y'all tell me how I can get back home? And then they'll go, Mima, you know you turn this way. This is the way, and I get to the end of the street. And I'm like, now which way do I go? And they were like, turn right here. And one of my grandsons so smart, he'll go, Mima, you know you turn right.
Right.
So I'm saying these babies that's born this age, I mean, they come out talking.
Right, they do.
So I mean, but I saw the love in those little boys when they were playing with each other. They truly loved. The big brother was the big brother to their little. So I know it was some screaming, kicking, hollering, or something.
Yeah, she was like, "Give your brother a kiss," and he went over there, gave his brother a kiss. He was just smiling and giggling.
Yeah, and then exactly with another thing, even if the parents did something, and then just like someone said, what if one, like you were saying, one of the siblings, got upset with them because they got another child, or and they were like, "No, we already have 4. We don't need no 2 extra mouths." And then maybe one was thinking, "Well, we're not going to get this many Christmas presents because we got 2 other little ones here."
Right. Mama and them buying them everything. We got to share now.
Yeah, and then maybe what if one of the oldest one was rough playing or accidentally hit him and baby bumped his head? But then why would you do it to the other one? Or cover up for that one?
Yeah,
I'm just going through.
I mean, they could have done anything. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When new kids come into the home, it is a problem. Trust me, that is a big problem. And they could have took both of the kids, wrapped their heads up. I'm just saying. And didn't know.
Yeah, because exactly. Because when my brother that's after me, rest in peace. But when he got adopted four in the same family, and the youngest one, when they banged together, she came home with me. But it was theirs. But she just. I mean, I didn't have it. All my kids were gone then. But when I got my goddaughter, when my friend had my goddaughter, she was like, Aunt Cynthia, I'm not going to be the baby anymore. And she was really jealous.
Right.
And I was like, you're going to always be my baby. But she was just like, well, you got her now.
Right.
So I can understand that too.
And kids know that. Kids know that. And, I'm thinking when, because living out there, I'm pretty sure they got some kind of surveillance of the area. And that's why the police are saying, but how did they get out the backyard? Because I'm pretty sure they got some surveillance showing ain't no kids came out that backyard, out that gate. But so what are you saying? So you got to be lying from the get-go.
And then plus, if it was getting dark and it was cold outside, those babies did not wander out because little kids are afraid of the dark.
Right. And I'm gonna show some of these pictures of the house so everybody have a really good idea of what we're talking about. Like when he said he went to go get wood, what are you going to go get wood? You ain't got trees out there to chop down or whatever. You going to go get some little sticks or something? Girl, I'm going to show some of these pictures. I want everybody to pay attention.
Okay. All right. Well, it just came through my little brainstorm that just ran across my head.
I'm glad you shared it with us.
All right, then. I'm back online.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bonita says someone has a video of the kids. But who has a video of the kids that day? Where are the babies? Where are the boys? So let me share with you guys something before. I know Nancy needs to go ahead and call on in because I couldn't get your call real quick. Go ahead and call on in, Nancy. Let me share with you guys the pictures, okay? Because I know you guys want to see. First of all, this is the patio. This is the patio right here. This is the patio of where the kids had to be playing with some chalk. That's the patio. This cutie right there. Oh, he's so cute. That's a cute baby. I don't care what nobody say. Here he is again. This mother loved them babies. I'm telling you. You can't tell me she didn't love them babies. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I went off. So here's a Christmas picture. One of the boys with Santa Claus. Okay. But here's a picture of the backyard where they dug the hole. You see the patio? They were digging holes like. Now look, you see the fence right in here? Like, let me see. Right? Hold on. I'm gonna put these pictures up, but right here, he said, "Oh, I realized I left the fence open." Okay, even if you left that fence open, what was he going to go gather? Look, everybody. There's a pool right on the side. Look. What was he gathering? Look. One way in. I want you guys to see. He left that gate open. That's what he's saying. He left that gate open. Here's the little weeds right here that he was gathering because it was cold. They're saying this man makes $177,000 a year. Why you couldn't go buy wood or go have a tree chopped down? That don't make sense. Wood is very cheap. Very, very cheap. You can go buy a stack of wood for $10, keep you warm almost for about 2-3 weeks. I'm just saying. Put a log in there. You can go down the street picking up logs. He picking up little twigs. What, that's gonna burn in like 10 minutes. And there's not trees out there. They're in the desert. If you guys see the trees, they're in the desert. Look. So I wonder, hold on, why is it the mother, the biological mother says, my yard. Look how they dug those holes. Really pay attention. I will post the pictures if you guys want me to post the pictures on the community board. If you want me to post the pictures, I'll post the pictures on the community. Let me see. I will post the pictures some way. If you want me to put it in a small video so you can come and clip the pictures, I'll post them. If that's what you guys want to do, put a 1 in the chat. So you can have the pictures of the babies. Their names, we're not going to call them Orion and Orso no more, or Orion and Orson. We'll call them with the mother. We're going to respect the biological mother. You know, we're going to call the babies Classic and Sincere. Okay? I will. Now, you can call them what you want. But I don't know. Call on in, Nancy. Call on in. I'm waiting on you. Call on in. I'm waiting on you. That's why I'm still here. Hey, Jocelyn, how you doing? Peoples. People like them surely have cameras with as many children as they had. Yeah, exactly. And he making that kind of money. That's some good money to be making right there. I'll call you because she seemed like she like I tried to call in. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up. As we get information, we will share. We will share. I just want you guys to know we're going to share. This is gas station. I don't know. Let's get this last phone call. She tried to call. I got a number on speed dial. She said, I tried to call in. Bio mom was upset.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, SP, well, I just saying it would be interesting for them to check where, their previous address and where they lived and what neighbors would say over there in that area.
Oh, say what now?
I typed the question, where did they previously live? That was my question.
Yeah, they haven't gave us that information.
Okay, all right. But so law enforcement should be going back.
Mm-hmm.
Such thing as your past histories.
Right.
So they need to be checking that. But when I previously wanted to call in, I would think my mind just keep going back to where they used to live.
Mm-hmm.
And if no one here has seen those kids, it still go back to where they used to live. Is my point.
Right.
It's something there. It's just something's not adding up right. SP.
Well, Eagle's in the chat room, and Eagle says the biological mother was upset at all the liquor bottles that was in the trash at the house a day ago.
Oh wow.
And I didn't know that.
Okay, because I mean, no one really talk about their private life, their lifestyle. Do they smoke weed? I mean, that didn't come out. So, I mean, you can assume that they did some type of racial, recreational something.
Right. Right.
But I still say if they're going to do a thorough investigation, they should be going back checking where they previously lived, because it's almost like, like when you applying for another job and the FBI, they go in their neighborhood and find out,
Yeah, where'd you move from, and your family, friends, and last places you been? We haven't heard anything.
And since they've only been there since September, that's why my mind keeps going back to go back and check and ask people in the neighborhood that where they moved from, and connect the dots. Because law enforcement sometimes they move real slow, and they just I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how some of them got into law enforcement. Really, I do.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so they need to go back to like I said, the past house.
Oh, we're gonna get some information, because there was a young lady that reached out to me, and she knows she's kin to the adopted mother. So when I get off of here, I got some phone calls to make. She left me a little message, so we in the house, you guys.
Okay, and I know that mother could. It would be hard as H4, but she could have went back and made an attempt to get her kids back. Okay.
Right.
She would have to walk a real thin line, and she'd have to show some proof that hey, I got this, now I got that, my lifestyle changed. But it is possible.
Right.
Yeah. All right, that's all I want to say. I don't want to take up too much time.
Okay. Thank you.
Everybody, happy and blessed New Year.
Happy New Year's to you too.
Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's no chalk marks. There's no nothing. Let's look. Okay. Here's the front. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hey, this is SP. Who's calling? Hello? Yes.
This is Kay from the chat.
Hey, Kay, what's going on?
All right, I got time. I'm kind of piggybacking off the last caller. Where they used to live in Bakersfield. They need to be taken where they used to live at, number one. And let me make this so you won't be echoing. And number two, they need to be, in the corner wood here in New Jersey, it's like $150 to $175. And that will last the whole winter. Why is he going out there picking up twigs and stuff, talking about he's starting a fire? That is ridiculous.
Right. That is very ridiculous.
You're making $177,000 a year. You can't afford $150. Here in New Jersey, I'm not sure how much it will cost out there, but here in New Jersey, it's between $150 to $175 for a whole cord, and that whole cord will last you through the winter.
Right.
So a whole bunch of wood that you have to have stacked up against the fence, and that will last a whole winter. And that's even if you burn a fire 5 nights a week.
Right.
Burning your fireplace 5 nights a week.
Right. Well, you know that now we got some names going on, and people, we're gonna get, everything comes out.
I believe those kids even made it to the house in California City. I believe those kids whatever happened to them happened before they even made it to California City.
Right. The mom, she hasn't been making no appearance because people are talking about her past.
Evidently, there was a reason why the kids wasn't in the biological mom's custody. Okay, we all could put 2 and 2 together on that one.
Right.
So,
and that ain't even that's talking about cupcake or Kool-Aid or ice cream. We're talking about the situation right here. They ain't got nothing to do with her. I mean, okay. Exactly.
People who had custody of these children and what happened to these children and these people custody.
Exactly.
That ain't got nothing the mom situation ain't got nothing to do with what's going on now.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel.
I don't believe those kids made it to California City. That's just been my whole feeling since I first heard about this.
Okay.
I don't believe those kids
Okay. Okay. You think
That's
so?
what my theory is. Whatever happened to those kids happened in Bakersfield.
Okay.
So they need to go back to wherever they came from, like the last caller said. They need to go back to their previous residence, neighborhood, or whatever, and question those people, search that house, do whatever back in Bakersfield.
Yeah. Because if something would have happened, you remember a long time ago, a woman, she had this wild story. She said a dingo ate her baby or whatever. And everybody was looking for this dingo, dango, whatever it was, this wolf. It's some kind of a dog wolf or whatever that had ate her baby or something. So they done moved out into the desert and these kids ain't made a noise or anything. They're 3 and 4. My grand girl, I
Scream or whatever when they around people that they don't know.
right.
Shoot, let me tell you something. My nephew, all right, my nephew he has like 4 or 5 kids. Now, I never met these kids because they live way out in Ohio. I'm over here in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
He came last summer. No, the summer before last. It wasn't the pandemic summer. He came in summer of 2019. You know, and brought all but one of his kids because that kid was in Florida, with their mother or whatever on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
All those kids, I'm their great aunt, great aunt. You know what I mean? All those kids was crying because they didn't know who I was.
Oh.
You know, when we first met. Kids they're not comfortable around people they don't know. So they're going to cry, fuss, kick, scream around people they don't know.
Right. You're right. You're right.
He came for a whole week. It took me 2 days, almost 3, for them kids to be comfortable around me. But then by the time they were getting ready to leave, they didn't want to leave me.
Yeah, but yeah. They see a stranger, even if they were really, really a kid that likes people and stuff, they're gonna make some noise. You don't go into the house.
Even if they're the most friendliest, kids or whatever, they still gonna be apprehensive at first for people that they ain't never seen before.
Okay, you got the kids outside. Number one is why would you go in the house without the kids?
The whole story is fabricated. I don't believe those kids ever made it to that house. Some of their belongings might have made it to that house to make it seem like they did it, but I don't believe those kids ever made it to that house.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I really got angry when I seen the young lady put her hand up like this is why we didn't even come out because of all of this. Girl, if I was there. When she did that, she told me who she was about. The kids are missing, and you sitting there, you getting mad because the auntie is upset and she's asking you questions, and you talking about all of this. It's supposed to be all of this. 2 kids are missing. How could you even be talking right now?
Them people were so stark and stoic, they didn't have not one bit of urgency, one bit of concern, not one bit of nothing about them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Healing Within says she lives in Bakersfield.
Them kids ain't never make it to California. So them kids in Bakersfield probably buried in the backyard of whatever house they just came from, or somewhere, in the woods nearby or whatever, from whatever house they used to live in. Them kids is not
right.
In California City.
Right. You know what? I don't believe they're in there either. I don't know where they at, but I
never made it to California City.
Well, you know what? I'm hoping and praying that the kids that they have in custody will shed some light on what happened, because I believe that this mother or the adopted mother and adopted father thought that they take the kids out the equation. They can't get the kids because the kids ain't even here.
And then too, I could have swore I heard somewhere where one story that they came up with was they had the youngest, them 2 outside with the father, while 2 of the kids was in the house while the mother was wrapping presents.
That's what I heard first.
All of a sudden, the other 4 was on vacation with the grandmother. Like, what's the real story?
You're right. You're right.
They changed the story.
Yeah, you're right. The story did change. At first, I heard that the other kids was in the house.
So I'm thinking it was 4
Yeah. Well, I heard about the other 4 kids, but I heard that they were all in the house with the mom while she was wrapping presents. And I,
The two youngest that, probably don't know what's what from what about Christmas time got to be outside while they wrap the gifts. When the older ones that could probably understand more could be inside the house while they wrap the gifts. Like, that don't make sense.
right. Right. Yep.
And then it changed to the other kids was on vacation with the grandmother.
Right.
The youngest two had to be outside while she wrapped the like the story changed. Like, was the kids in the house while you was wrapping the gifts while the youngest two was outside or what?
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
The story done changed up a little bit.
Yep, it sure has. It sure has. We're gonna follow this case, and we're going every time when they have an update, I either put up a video or we'll go live. And you guys, I want you guys to bear with me. I'm working some jobs.
The kids had to coop up in the house because of the pandemic, but you let your kids go on vacation to be something in and everywhere all of a sudden.
Exactly. That don't make sense. You're sitting there talking about it's a pandemic, and I know they want to go outside and play. So you're gonna send the other 4 kids on vacation, and these 2 kids come out, and so you ask your wife, "Where's the kids?" She said, "They're outside playing with chalk." If you don't go sit your tail down somewhere lying.
Was there any pictures of chalk outside? Was there any chalk
No.
under that?
Nope. Not one piece of chalk was pictured on the side on the patio ground. None. I'll let y'all see the picture again. No chalk.
Went out there and tried to scribble up something to make their story more believable. They some liars.
Yep. I looked at.
They are some liars.
Yeah, I believe they lying. Talking about, oh, I went in the house to check on the kids, but he said I went in the house and asked my wife, has she seen the kid? She says no, they outside playing with chalk.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No chalk nowhere.
I didn't know what they was doing. She was sitting down wrapping presents.
Girl, and she could have easily told the kids, go lay down, go take a nap. Kids 3, 4 years old know what take a nap. Stay in your room, take a nap. Play with your toys, take a nap. Yeah, in the middle of the day. You wait until the kids go to sleep.
Little kids outside in this cold. I mean, nothing about this makes sense.
Right.
37 degrees and you got little kids outside playing. Like, are you crazy?
Right. You're right.
Would you want to be made to go outside in 30-degree weather to play for?
To play without no jacket, no coat. And the adopted dad was sitting there like this, like got his hands. He not trying to show something on his hands or let his hands talk for him, but I don't know. But
he had that defensive stand the whole time, and then when I guess one of the reporters told them, well, the bio mom is blaming y'all, she gonna look down and shake her head, yeah. Like she just told on herself, like, yeah, we're the reason why.
Right.
And they want to try to clean it up, talk about it's understandable. Yeah, it's understandable because y'all know what y'all did with those kids before y'all even moved to California City.
Right.
Them kids been missing forever.
Right. You're right.
And y'all want to wait until now to report it.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. Why is it so important now for them to report it? What is the significance of them reporting it now?
Because they know at some point somebody is going to be missing those kids.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I know they're saying on the news talking about after you adopt, they still come and visit every now and then and such. No, they don't. No, they do not. Once they hand you them kids, that's it. I mean, the only thing you got to do if you want to keep insurance with the state pays the insurance on them. And I'm telling you because I've been there. I've done it.
In terms of adoption, that could be added into the adoption to keep the bio mom in their life.
No, once they adopt them kids, That's it. They can do what they want. They can do what they want. They can change the names, they can change the social security numbers, they can move, they can do whatever they want. They don't have to answer to nobody. Those are their kids, and the courts are responsible of giving them kids to the adopted parents because they supposed to be checked out very well. Now they supposed to keep an eye on them and check on them after they give the adopted, but do they do it? I'm gonna tell you right now, no, they do not. I've never had anybody come to my house. Now they send me a letter if I still want the state to pay for the insurance of that child, the adopted child. I can sign in and say yes, but or if I need some help, like at one time I had lost my job or something, so I needed the insurance. So, but then they just want to know if the kids is in school, so you have to show them a record of their grade, yeah, their grades or whatever. But other than that, I mean, no. It's best that if you do get a kid in your life or adopt or foster, to always take that child to the doctor, have them checked out from day one, and have them checked out every year, toe to bottom, every year. And they'll tell you, because my youngest one was adopted. When the doctor check her out, they tell me to leave the room so she could tell him whatever, and I'm like, good. So you say whatever you need to say, because I'm right over here. I'm out the room. He's asking her questions. She'll tell me when she leaves. She was like, "Is anybody touch you, or are you sexually active, or because you may not answer this in front of your mama." And she either, yeah, and she answers those questions when I'm not in the room. But when she comes out, she tells me what he said, and he needs to see if she's sexually active. She says no. Then he checks to see have there's been any penetration into her womanly world. And if that's the case, then no. If there's anything that he sees, I want her fully checked. If anything that he sees, we need to bring it to some attention quickly. I don't care. That's how you have to do it to protect yourself when you have another person's child in your home. I don't care if they're kin to you or not. Please do it for you. Do it for your children. Do it for any husband. Do it for anybody that you bring around this child, because the child that you're bringing in, I don't care. My niece, she was 2, but she's a crack baby. I'm just saying it lightly. But some situations going on in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like fully not understanding certain things, or being, and then when the child understands or knows that they're adopted, that's another thing. When she found out she's adopted, I basically lost her, because I wasn't going to tell her she was adopted until she got 18. Well, her real daddy, which is my brother, decided to tell her early, because she said to his girlfriend, "You ain't my mama." And so the girlfriend said, "SP ain't your mama either." And you know what? She come to me and she said, "Mama, you said you never lied to me." And I said, "And I won't." She said, "Am I adopted?" I said, "Go to bed." she, she said, "But daddy, because I was trying to, because I had an aneurysm, so I didn't know they only gave me like 3 years. I've got $2 million worth of stuff in my head, so that the vein won't bust. It's called titanium or whatever. But so I thought I better make provisions for this child so she really knows who her dad is." And the minute I done that, everything backfired, because they were like, everybody thought I was gonna die in 3 years. So they told her, after she wouldn't do something that the young lady told her to do, she said, "You ain't my mama." She said, "SP ain't your mama either." So when I got better and I brought her home, she said, "Tell me the truth. Am I adopted?" Girl, I was so angry. And the minute I told her she was adopted, she felt like, I want to find my real mama and and I want to go stay with my real daddy. So, I mean, I couldn't really deal with her, handle her. Before then, she was an honor roll student, getting scholarships. She was learning to play all her instruments at a college. She was playing a college in elementary school, all the way in her high school. They was mentoring her. We were pushing her for greatness, and it all went out the window.
Wow.
Yep. After that happened, couldn't control nothing, and you know, and her mother was looking for her. I never changed her first name. I did change her last name, but I didn't change her first name because if her mother named her that name, I respect it. That's who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then with these crazy people, why did they all get them some ugly names when they had beautiful names that the mother gave them?
Yeah, classic and sincere. They done gave the baby Orion and Orson.
What the heck?
I don't know. Maybe they were scared that someone would, find them, because that is a fear of adopted parents that, I always felt like the mother of the daughter that I raised, she left me messages, but I would leave people that knew her. I would make sure that they got a picture of her so she know that her daughter was okay. She was living her best life. She was living good. I always send them a picture, and I would tell them, make sure the mama, because I knew they knew her. Make sure the mama see this picture. Let her have the picture, but don't tell her I told you to give it to her. You know what I'm saying? So I would make sure that she got pictures of her as she grew up. Even when she was on the news a couple of times, I reached out to the people that knew her, because they told me that they knew her. They weren't actually kin to me, and they was like, "Oh, I would never do that." And I said, "No, no, 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 no." I said, "Give her a picture and tell her, yeah, SP is my cousin, but I'm gonna share with you, these pictures, which because I wanted her to know that her daughter was okay."
Grow up and blossom and all of that.
But she would tell my cousin, when I find SP, I'm gonna kick her tail, I'm gonna beat her down and everything. And I was like, oh boy. Well, everybody, I live in town, but I don't, so it's really hard to find me if you not if unless like if you come from the bad part of the neighborhood, you don't really know that there's different little towns that is still considered Wichita, that I'm still here. You just don't see me. I've never moved. It's just I don't live in town.
There's like different sections and
Right.
different, like you could go to like a couple of blocks in my area and be in the hood, and then you could go a couple of blocks in a different direction and be in a nice part of town. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy.
Exactly. In the way our town is set up, it's like it's like a section, like a cross. Like the northeast is the black side of town. The northwest is they call it they call it Little Mexico. Then the southwest is for Caucasian. But then when you have the southeast, you have a little bit more of people that makes a certain amount of income that don't want to be bothered. And so we really don't see people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just see people that go to work, come home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I lived here. I lived here because my job was close to here. I didn't go buy a house because of this child. I already had the house. You know what I'm saying? I did this for my kids so that they can get a better education. Because I knew if I lived on the other side where my family lived, the schools, they wasn't going to give them a good education. They wasn't. They say that it's all fair and across the board, but it's not. Even when you go to the gas station on the north side of town, the gas is like 10, 12 cents higher. The bread is 10, 12 cents higher than the bread I buy over here. Did you know that?
Yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, yeah. I told my mother, I said, how much is the gas? This was when gas was like $1.75. I said, how much is your gas? She said, oh, the gas is $1.75. I said, mine's is $1.52.
Listen, the county that I live in, you can go to the stores. You know, the prices are much higher
Yep.
in the county that I live in than the county
Yep.
like one county south of me.
Right. And you know, people don't believe that's true, but they thinking, oh, it's just 2, 3, 4, 5 cents extra. As you go closer to the northeast side of town.
Or more cheaper in stores in the county south of mine.
Yeah. 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 It is.
And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? Especially like at Walmart. I'm like, wait a minute, I get this from my Walmart and I pay $1.10 more at my Walmart than they charging in this one.
Yeah.
What the hell? And I even had to, I even like took pictures of the price tag on the shelf at that Walmart, came up to my Walmart, took the pictures of the same thing on the price, the price tag on the shelf.
Yeah.
And posted it on Facebook like, look, we getting ripped off up here at our Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, those 5 cents, 10 cents, they add up.
And imagine a whole dollar in rent.
Yeah. And it's to keep the people down. Because if you take every day that you go to the store and every day that you go get you some gas and stuff and you add that up in monthly and then yearly, all that extra stuff, that's a lot of money you basically just gave to somebody because they offered you a service that they offer me the same service that I don't pay the same amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, but anyway, I know we off topic a little bit, but we're not. Anyway, the mother, she doesn't want to come on because people are talking about her past, and I believe.
She don't have anything to do with the price of tea in China. This is for all falls on them adopted people.
Right.
Those kids wasn't in her custody when whatever happened to them happened to them.
They came up missing.
We don't know whether they turned up missing, whether they're no longer with us. We don't know what. But all we have is theories to go on. But no matter what the situation is, we're not in her custody.
Right. Right.
And whatever her issues were her issues. Everybody makes mistakes.
Right. And I believe she got a really big family. So these people got some problems coming down the road, you know.
I just saw by the way that aunt was talking, and I think that guy that was talking to them was a part of their family too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
You know what bothers me a little bit though, and I am that okay. So she lost custody of her kids some kind of way or another. The biological dads did not want to be mentioned and said nothing too. Didn't want the names out there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Sometimes some things happen because my brother and his girlfriend lost custody of my two nephews.
Yeah.
I had them at first, but then I ended up getting sick and having to be admitted into the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the system came and took them out of my custody because I was sick and couldn't care for them.
Right.
So they ended up going to somebody on, in the mother's family or whatever. And I wasn't able to get them back because of my health. So things happen to where, they get shifted around,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't want to lose custody of my nephews, but I have a whole bunch of health problems now. And, that would have been too much on me to deal with them. The system thought that it would be too much on me to have to worry about my health and deal with them and their special needs. You know what I mean? So things happen. You don't know what the family situation, circumstances are, the reason why they didn't go to them.
Right.
Because I did have my nephews for 2 years before I ended up sticking in the ICU. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You never know what the circumstances or situations were.
Mm.
what type of records in the family or whatever. You don't know, what the reasons the family didn't have them.
Right. Right.
They do all kind of background checks and stuff on folks before they get the children over.
You're right.
I went through a whole process. Them coming in to do home studies, see how I keep the house, and get background checks on me. It just so happens I work in the school system. So, I was already background checked and cleared to work around children and work with children, and I've been having that under my back for the last 20 years. So that's what I've been doing. Working with children with special needs and all that for the last 20 years. So, I already knew I was going to be cleared that way.
Right.
And I had the extra bedroom for them. They would get what they furnished that room for them and all of that. I did everything I had to do, but it was a process.
Right.
Before I can even get them.
Right. Right. It is a process, but I mean, it's doable though.
Yeah, it is. And I didn't even have to take any. I was fortunate because I didn't even have to take any classes because I had been working around children for all those years and dealing with children with special needs and been cleared to work with children for all them years.
Right.
I didn't even have to do the classes.
Right. Right. That's what, I was going to school. I was going to be a teacher, and then I turned around and then I started, I was going to school to be a teacher, but I had a really good job working. I think I told you guys I worked at Boeing, but I was still taking classes for being a teacher. So my psychology and sociology, all of that, I had all of that stuff. And then I had already
10 years before I got them kids.
right. I already had background checks being done because I was keeping custody of my kids when I got my not FBI, but my investigation license.
The only thing I had to do, they did the background check, and then they did the hair sample and the blood and the urine samples for the drug screening. And that was pretty much it. And I passed all that was flying colors.
Right. But did you adopt or did you just do foster?
Well, I was pretty much, I guess it was kind of like fostering, because the whole goal was for my brother and them to get their life back together to reunite, but they never did, and those kids are actually adopted by her cousin.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
But, my whole thing was to actually, get them permanently, but, at that point in time, it was like a temporary situation to give them time to do their parenting classes and get themselves together. Get jobs, get a steady roof and, all of that, but they never got themselves together, so they ended up losing their rights and all of that and whatever, now all that's history.
Right. Okay.
But I keep in touch with my babies.
Yeah.
We, now by the grace of social media or whatever, we keep in touch, FaceTiming and, chatting and texting and messaging and,
Right. Okay.
I know that, if my hope wasn't the way it is, that they would be with me and they auntie babies and auntie love them to death.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Right, and they said that they can't wait till they get grown so they can come be with auntie again.
That's okay.
I guess they think because how kids are when there's rules and there's structure, they don't like that structure. They got structure now. Like when they was with my brother and them, they ran wild or whatever they want to do, but now they got structure. They don't like that structure.
Right. Right.
But I told them, you got to be good, though. You got to do what you got supposed to do. You can't just think you can do what you want to do. You got to listen.
Right.
And as long as you're not, going all crazy and treating y'all wrong, and he's like, oh, no, she know he treats us wrong. And then, my oldest nephew, he think he can eat up the house and eat you out of the house alone, and,
right.
I'm sick of the house. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Because he can eat healthy and control his portions and stuff. I've been having to talk to him to get him back right, and he's all right.
Okay.
That's my baby. He's all right.
All right.
But it was good talking to you. Have a happy New Year to you and everybody in the chat. Happy New Year. And I'm gonna get back to cooking and finish cleaning this house before this New Year get in.
All right. Happy New Year's to you. Thank you for calling in.
All right, fam. Y'all take care.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, you guys. Thank you guys for showing up, calling in. I know this is New Year's Eve. I'm going to get on off of here. I'm going to share those clips with you guys. I'll put it in a video so you guys can get the pictures. I see a lot of you guys wanted the pictures. We got to get off here. What's going on?
Hi, yes, I was calling because I work a lot with I used to work a lot with the foster care system too. But they the adoption agencies and the local DCS offices or DSS offices, they contract with each other. So that way when each child that is adopted off that CFS or DSS building, they get money for that child. That building gets money for that child. And the social workers that are over that child too, they get like a little payday bonus too.
Right.
So that's why they make these rules like, okay, well, the parent only has 1 year to get themselves together. And then if they're not together, then we're going to adopt the kids out. But they make those parents sign that paper as soon as they remove those babies from the home. They don't do, okay, well, it's a year later, give up your rights. No, they make them parents sign that paper when they remove the kids from their home before they even get a chance to start getting their life right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you guys knew that, so I was just calling to let you guys know.
Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna come on tomorrow at 5. And on New Year's, because we only got a certain amount of time. We got to get some of this information out. We want to make sure that these two babies get as much coverage as we possibly can give them. I would like for you to call back in and share that with us tomorrow also, would you? Because I believe you are right on what you're saying. They get money to get those kids adopted out. They really don't get. They don't want the family to get the kids back.
No, and just like I had a lot of little 16-year-old girls come to our homes where them girls, they had babies, and they couldn't wait for them girls to run away so they could snatch them babies up and adopt them babies off. And majority, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, a majority of the time it's our black babies that they're doing. I'm like, dang, that's messed up. They're not even giving these babies time to, I know she's 16, but give her some time to, to get her life at least a little bit together before you go snatch her baby up. But then they get money for that. They get money for that.
Oh.
I don't say it's not the foster parents that I'm saying. It's the CSS. It's the adoption agency. And then that building, all them, they get their money. They're getting money for each baby they adopt off.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Bye. I love her. Girl, you better not go nowhere. Anyway, you guys, somebody got the black eyed peas burning. Cynthia got them black eyed peas burning. You guys, we're gonna get off of here. I would love to stay, but I can't. I gotta do some cooking myself, and I gotta get out and go get some things that I ain't got. So you guys, I will work on a little video with the pictures so you guys can have those pictures. I want you guys to have those pictures in their rarity. That's what they are. I will put them up. You'll see a little clip. It's gonna be probably about a minute long. Okay, the picture's going to be there because I want you to have all the pictures I got. I want to share everything that I got so you guys will know. Okay, Happy New Year's to everyone. Happy New Year's. I love you guys. Make sure if you're not a part of this channel, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to come on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time. Our normal schedule hours are Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time. Always, okay, you guys? Be good, be safe, and always be nice to each other. Bye.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, and this is the grand opening. and it's open to the public. And we're gonna take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection, handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heels, sandals, flats, and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below. Hey family, this is SP News Nuggets, and we're going to give a shout out to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, shoes, and accessories. You guys go over there and visit Nora. Nora's bringing in the new year with us, you guys. She wants those bad chicks to come and check her out. Michael Kors purses on sale. French Connection, $87. Ralph Lauren on sale for $100. Bad chicks, come on in and give me what you got. Come on in and give me what you got. That Gucci, Versace, that Chanel, Calvin Klein for your behind. Don't forget those red bottom shoes and Versace's that's out of this world. Nora's Closet and Accessories. You can get everything here. She is shaking it up for Versace and those Gucci glasses. She's making sure everybody is taken care of. Don't fall back. Visit Nora's Authentic Designer Handbag, Tracy.com/closet/Nora915. Mention Warriors for Children and get your discount. Baby, don't forget your bag.
Loving on Children Child Care presents a new child care that you can bring your child with and we can have fun. It's in the Buck County, but she also cares for kids that's in the Philadelphia area also. She has first shift openings, she provides the meals, and she has virtual learning. Bring your kids on over here and we can play all together at Loving on Children. And you can reach her at ashlynwilliams76@gmail.com. The link is down below.